Good afternoon everyone. I can't go live at the moment because my data's running a bit low, so I'll top up later on or whatnot when we come to a shop. But we are on our way from Rye, which we are in now, to Hastings, Old Town. That's my port of call for today. My friends have gone on their boat journey and I am not a good sailor, so I'm on my own for the day, which I do not mind. So they dropped me into Rye this morning, had a little mooch around and a walk around, and I'm gonna go into Hastings. Over here is a windmill. Can't really see it, we'll get on the return journey. Yeah. Rye Old Town. You've seen quite a bit of that, you'll be seeing a bit more of it as well. Lovely place. I won't keep you going for the entire journey, like recording for the entire journey, but I'll show you some highlights. But there's some of the new builds over there. Luxury apartments. I wouldn't mind one of them actually, they look nice. This is where all the fishermen keep their boats and things. That round there is to the holiday park. We're going to Hastings today. Oh. Well, don't that just look real fine and pretty? You for now until we get to some more interesting stuff, and see you all soon. Over there, which you're going to see in a minute, hopefully, is Canberra Castle. Yeah, you will see it. That's Canberra Castle. Maybe visiting that one tomorrow, possibly. Not sure yet. We've done quite a lot so far, so we're a bit knackered at the moment. The walk to Canberra Castle is a good few miles, and it takes you from the coast inland, or you can get off here and walk to it, but we prefer to do the coastal walk. It takes you through a forest and sheep with fields. It's a public right of way, so yeah. Now look, lambs. Ah, look. They do rear them bonny lambs to make nice leg of lamb. Horrible thought really, isn't it? There we are. And we're coming up to Winchelsea, or Winklesea, depending on where you live or how you pronounce it. In the First English Civil War, the Cousins' War of King Stephen and Empress Maud, one of my ancestors at the time, who was a knight, surname of de Hadrachel, was on the wrong side. Oh, that's a shame. Lovely little cottage. Yeah, one of my ancestors, whose surname was de Hadrachel, he was on the wrong side and he was executed at Winchelsea Town Gate. So, and they put his head up on a spike. But the story is that his body was, the family paid money and got the body and buried the body, but the head stayed up on a spike for a long time. So the story goes, yeah. And then in the 1600s, one of my knightly ancestors married a servant. And here you have working class Luke, which I'm very proud proud of my common roots, as I say. Some lovely houses. I'll film for a while because it's a beautiful place. Very steep and rough journey up into Winchelsea. Winchelsea and Rye, both built on cliffs type thing, and in those days the sea came right inland. That's why the French were able to attack Rye in 1420, and Winchelsea as well. They went along the English coast having a bruise up, as they say. Right, I'll pause you and start you off again when we become the same more interested. How's that for a view? That's beautiful, isn't it? Now we're going up this incredibly steep hill. Hairpin bend buses. Don't forget, all this would have been, these roads would have been created mainly in the days of horses and carts, and when you didn't have juggernauts and things like that. Ooh. This reminds me of Yugoslavia when we went on holiday. The mountain roads, they were terrifying. And this is Winchelsea Town Gate. This is when my ancestor was executed, so I'll put this one on my family page as well. And his head was stuck up on a spike there, but yeah. His body's buried in Kingston Parish Church, the family. Well, ain't that just real fat and pretty? Absolutely beautiful. Look. Then we go back down and on towards Hastings. We're coming up to the sea now, and Fairlight is another place. The New Inn. Winchelsea Parish Church. I've never been to this one, funny enough. Sorry, I was pointing you at the... I've never been to this one, but we may do that in September. Yeah, it's open as well, and got ruins. So that must have been... the ruin parts must have been something to do with the dissolution, I should imagine. Probably a priory. Enjoying this little journey through the countryside. I know a few of my page members are housebound, aren't you? So it gives you a little taste of something different. That's gorgeous, isn't it? If ever Hastings, if ever I win the lottery, come into a lot of money, this, my friends, will be where you find me. In this part of the world. Thank you for driving carefully. People do, you'd need to on roads like this. Although saying that, a few years ago when I was walked down to Rye, it was on a narrow road like this, and some idiot overtook us, and it was not a nice experience. And since being, oh look, hop fields, hops, I think that is. It could be hops, it could be apples or something. It's either an orchard or a hops. It's hops. Yeah, it's hops. My ancestors were my grandparents, and dad, aunts, and that, and ancestors before them. They all went hop picking. Kent. No, it's an orchard. Kent apples. Oh, we're coming up to something nice at the end here. I keep pausing it and then have to restart it straight away because there's so much nice things to see, and I don't think the journey's about longer than 30 minutes, so I'll keep you. I will have to brighten this video because the window is filthy, but it's obviously been raining, so we won't show. Get out windows and wash your windows, you mucky bastards. That's nice, isn't it? Getting a really itchy nose. So I have a hay fever or a surprise. So I got to my mate this morning, I went, "Oh, I've got a really itchy nose." He went, "Oh, you've got a surprise coming." I went, "Yeah, no, my luck, it's probably a strangulated hernia or something like that." And he laughed. I was joking, kind of thing. We'll pause you for a minute now. Beautiful views, eh? The Robin Hood. We'll be in Hastings in a little while. I think the journey takes about half an hour, I think. If memory serves me right. Because the last few times I've been to Hastings, it's been in the car with my friends, but they've gone on their boat journey today, so. They did offer to drop me in Hastings, but it's miles out the way from where they need to be, so I said to them, "Oh no, drop me in Rye, and then it gives me a chance to have a mooch around on my own," and which it did as well, and nice and early, just me. It was very quiet, no filming or anything like that, obviously. Everyone likes a bit of me time, especially on their holiday, and I'll pause you again now. Starting back up again with the view. Wheat, rape. Usually they have barley with that as well, but maybe they didn't have the room. I will have to brighten the video, as I say, I think. Training there, but oh, look at the Shire. Just look. Lovely. Freddo we used to stay with, they had big Shire horses. They've still got one of them. Yeah, worked with them all their lives, especially when he was younger. They were your tractors and whatnot on the farm back in those days. It's a football academy. Buxwood School. Go that way. What I love about this kind of area is even if there's not a bus stop, you can hail the bus down and they will stop for you. It's really decent. So you would not get that from a London bus driver, I tell you, or the level of politeness either. Hence why I walk a lot. Ah, barley, there we are. I apologise. Right, I'm going to pause you again now because I've seen quite enough of the view. Going through one of the little villages now. On the way down to Rye from London, drove through several villages and it's lovely to see them all decked out for the Jubilee. The houses and everything that's the main reason. Icklesham we're in. The village of Icklesham. That's an old place name. Anything that ends with a ham. Very old, normally Saxon origins of before. Right, pause you again. Oh, can you imagine living in one of these houses and having that as your view? I don't that just a real fan of Birdie. Hastings, we are in Hastings. A little way to the coast yet, I do believe. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's well, keeping safe and behaving themselves. Hope you all have a nice weekend. The weather's meant to be nice on the weekend, so if you can, get yourselves down to Rye or Hastings and have a nice day out. Bit of a drive, I know, from wherever we all may live, but there we are. Right, I shall pause you again now because it's a bit housing estate-y here, as you can see, so. And there you have Hastings in the sea. So we're on very, very nearly there. Museum. Look at that. I can never resist a museum. I'm like to be around a honeypot. Hastings got quite badly bombed in the war as well, so that's why a lot of the buildings are more modern, redevelopment as well and things like that. Oh, nice little church coming up on the corner here. Seagulls here are absolutely awful, so if you do get yourself anything to eat, be careful. Although saying that, I was fine with the seagulls. It was a bee that attacked me, that just wouldn't leave me alone. And then we found out it was the aftershave I had on. They liked it, so I threw my coat off and ran. My friends thought that was very funny. Church. That's a war memorial there, look. That's a view. I've made sure I sat at the front of the bus and so I don't film anyone. You know, I'm always careful about that, so I don't like it myself. Well, it's nice and warm today and mild. It's going to be a bit windy by the sea, obviously, but that doesn't bother me. My friends will be out at sea by now. Oh, never ever again. I did that once. It cost me £45 and I spent the entire journey literally just vomiting over the side of the boat. It wasn't nice, wasn't pretty. And the return, I went from Dover train station and got back like that. I went, no, I'm sorry, no, I can't go back on that boat. And I gladly lost some of my money as well. And I don't do that normally, so it shows you how bad it was. Town centre, we'll be here in a minute. When we get there, I shall stop this video. something to eat, and then so I'm only doing the older town Hastings this time, and then when I come again in September you'll get the other end of Hastings. I may do the other end today, I'll see what, go for time. I want to try and spot a taxi driver, because there's a taxi rank up there, and see how much they charge to take you right from one end of the town to the other, because it's quite a long walk. My friends are going to pick me up here later on. Well, have something to eat, or they probably will. I will have eaten, so I'll just have something light, or a cup of coffee or something like that, with some seafood. There's some nice seafood places in Hastings. Yeah, should be nice. And it's our last night in the caravan tonight, so from tomorrow it's camping, so that'll be nice. Bit rough and ready, but that's what we like, that kind of thing. But we're going, doing videos and stuff on that. Mostly it'll be campfire scenes and that, and astronomy. Got some lovely astronomy pictures last night, the stars and that. There we are. We're coming into Hastings now, guys and girls. Very steep hills up and down this part of the world. Quite similar to Whitby in that way. I went to Whitby with the school when I was younger, so I may go back, but it's a bloody long journey. 6 hours on the coach. Just pause you a minute. Sorry guys and girls, I had to pause you then. A couple of kids were getting on the bus, so. You know, I don't like filming anyone, but particularly I don't like filming children. You need to be careful, don't you? It's very precious and stuff, and I've explained it all before at TY anyway. But just for my new members that don't know, think of it like this: I could be happily filming a kid and a woman walks along, or a man and a kid, and they could be in hiding, bad man, bad woman, abused kid. Their abuser could watch my video and know where they are. I saw that in the programme once, not it actually happened, but it was described about filming and being careful and stuff, and you know, that really, really stuck with me, that did. Priscilla McBean. There's a perpendicular railway in Hastings. There's two of them, one at one end and one at the other. And I'm hoping that the one at this end is open, but I'm not sure. Because one's open now and one opens up a bit later in the season, so we shall see. A couple of churches here, you've got one here. One here in a minute. This one here. And we are nearly there. That's funny, look, the Bourne Mini Market. My mum's nan, her name was Minnie Bourne. That's strange. But with an E on the end of it, but there we are. There's an old Tudor place here, or medieval. Here we are in Hastings, ladies and gents. So I'm going to end this video now, and you'll be seeing more of this in a minute.